Yo, what's going on, boys and girls? It's been a minute, but I'm back on here. Right now, I'm finally getting around to finishing this Batman and Robin Batmobile. It's been a hot minute since I had even thought about or even touched a custom. Um, Got to turn this down a little bit. I got Justin Credible back here in the background. He going in right now. And shout out to him for just following my channel. So I'm trying to keep getting more videos out to you guys. But yeah, I just want to hop on here and show you what I'm doing right now. So far, I'm actually using the template for what Tris Toys did. Tristan from Tris Toys, what he did for his Batman and Robin Batmobile. So I actually jotted down a few notes for the lights he used. Probably add a few more myself for some things that I want to do, and just kind of like tweak it in there because he took the whole soundboard out of his, but I'm gonna keep my soundboard in. I found a way that I think I can actually remove it so I can add the spine because I cut out the holes on there as you can see, so that I can add I'm gonna do the UV resin like he did. This will be my first time. This will be my first time working with UV resin, so I'm gonna give that a go and see what we can do with that. And so you have to take out the soundboard because it was attached to this back spine part right here before you cut out like all the little holes and everything. And I use so I don't have to use so much tape. That's why you can see right now it's wrapped up because I don't be wanting to use, I be wanting to save my masking tape. So in order to do that, one of the things that I like to do is I use saran wrap or glad wrap or whatever. And I tape off the parts I need to tape off to make sure those parts that I'm gonna be spraying directly with the paint get sealed off, and then just to cover the rest of the parts so I don't get any overspray, I use saran wrap around it to save me time in masking this thing. But yeah, you can see those holes there. I cut out the spine part right there, so I'm gonna try to add right here. I'm gonna try to hot glue the speaker back right here, and then I'm gonna cut out a piece of PVC pipe that goes around the speaker so that it funnels the noise and the sound up. And then that way you can still get the same sound effects because I think having sound effects on here is cool. So I kind of want to try to keep those. But these right here these are some of the lights I've added in. When I cut it, I was experimenting. I don't know, I was trying to figure out. He took, like I said, Tris took the whole thing out, the soundboard. I kept mine in. So when I did that, I had to play around with the wires to see which ones connect to which ones because, of course, the ones that I added in got black and red for the positive and negative, whereas they got, I guess, white, red, and look like some black in there. So I had to play around to see which one was the positive and negative. So I cut it and had to rewire it back up so that everything was working and the sound was still connected to this main button switch right here. But yeah, I'm gonna add a whole lot more lights to this, just like he did. So far, I've already taken out the, because I'm gonna add the motor in like he did. So I already got that set up. I'm gonna do all that at the end. I cut out the rocket that goes in the middle so I can have it spinning, have that turbine going. And then there's a speaker. I'm gonna add that back on there. What else did I do with this thing? I got I just cut out the little panel for the cockpit. I'm gonna try to add some UV resin behind that section right there. So I cut this section out where it was at. You can't see it now. But I'm gonna try to add some UV resin behind that. And then I'm gonna see if I can stick this sticker back on top of it. And then we'll see if we add some lights behind it so it makes that dash like it's illuminated. I'm gonna see if I can do that quick little workaround there. So Mcfarlane gave us that sticker. I'm gonna see if I can put it to use still. But yeah, that's pretty much it right now. I just take this off because I'm getting ready to paint it because I want to add, because we all know this movie was ass. But I mean, once you get the vehicle in hand and you start customizing on it, you realize that it might as well go all the way out. So I'm gonna add the chrome because this vehicle had a lot of chrome on it just for display purposes. I'm gonna try to make it as accurate as possible. So yeah, we'll add the chrome. A couple of nights ago, I started carving out the rims to make them more accurate so you can get more lighting on there. Because I had some lights behind the wheels already, but I'm probably gonna change those wheels. But one of the things I noticed from Tris when he did his, because you can't really get the lights like they have in the actual car. But I noticed I cut this out so you can get more light to come through there. And then what I did was I cut out the grates to make it more accurate because I don't know, Mcfarlane sculpted the way they wanted to sculpt it, but I carved that part out so I can add, so I can get more light through there. And then I've already spray painted those with the chrome spray paint. And it's probably gonna be brighter because it's still tape on top of the LED back there behind there. I put back there. So once I take that tape off, it's gonna be even brighter. But what that chrome paint should do is when the light hits the chrome paint on the inside, it should give it more reflection and make the light reflect and make the wheels light up brighter. But I also found on Amazon, they got a filament LED that looks a lot like the one they use in the movie for the tires and the rims. So I may order that and try to play around with that and see if I can get it to look like the movie. But right now I'm just kind of like doing some body work on it. Like I said, I'm waiting on the lights. I'm looking for the red flickering lights to use on the tailpipes like he did. I ain't seen, I ordered all my lights from Evans Design, and I ain't see no flickering red lights on there in the 5mm, like he said he used in his video. So I emailed them. They haven't gotten back to me. It's been like 3 days. Hopefully they get back to me. They said, they send me an email saying that they're taking longer than usual to respond to emails. So they sent like a courtesy email or whatever. But if I don't get nothing from them, I'll order from like Amazon or somewhere else. Because I think what he did with his flickering lights to give it that flame effect was pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to do that. But yeah, man, that's just how far I am. I'm making a lot of videos, but I want to come around and put something on here to kind of document this process, because I always show the finished result and I don't ever show like the actual process going into it for what I did. But yeah, man, so far this project's taking a little time. I'm on vacation right now, so I had some time to kind of jump back on this thing. And I got the Adam West Batmobile pre-order. I already know I'm gonna have to work on that one, because I can already see he just upscaled the one he did from the 66 line, and it's pretty much the same exact thing. But I'm gonna take that apart and do the same thing I did the other ones, and I'm gonna mod that one and customize it. And then whenever we get that BVS one, I ain't heard nothing else about that little Kickstarter crowdfund thing he got going on. I also noticed that I ordered the tier 2, which was the one that came with just the Batmobile and then the cannons to make it like the Justice League one. But then I got sent an email saying that I got tier 3, which came with that and the Batman and Bat Signal. So I don't know what they got going on, because they charged me for the one that was just the BVS and the Justice League Batmobile. But then I got an email saying that I was getting the one from tier 3. So I don't know what they doing, but I mean, hey, you want to send me one with an extra Batman and an extra Bat Signal, I'll take it. I ain't gonna turn down nothing but my collar. So that's all I got for you guys right now. I'll check back in with y'all when I get a little further on this project. And shout out to Tris again for putting this video out and giving the template for doing this. It has helped a lot. And I'm gonna see what I can do. All right, y'all, be easy.